We are officially into the second year of the wraparound schedule. Welcome to the 2014-2015 preview show. It's always a fun time of year. Slates are wiped clean, goals are set, and new history will soon be added to the PGA Tour history books.
Yeah, the new wraparound season format was pretty successful in year one, and it's going to be creating even stronger fields in year two. And it all kicks off with the Fries.com Open with a new home in the Napa Valley.
Let's take a look at the season overview.
43 regular season FedEx Cup events, and then the 4 playoff events, of course, the major championships on the schedule, the World Golf Championships. There will be 12 venue changes during this wraparound season, in which we'll be competing in 6 different countries.
It is absolutely a worldwide tour now. So let's take a look at some of the notable schedule changes. The WGC Match Play Championship has been moved to TPC Harding Park, and that's been moved from February to the week before the Players. So all of a sudden, the strength of schedule right during that time has increased tremendously. Sanderson Farms Championship moves from November, opposite of the HSBC Champions. And the Barbasol Championship, it's a new tournament to be played opposite of the Open Championship.
And of course, you can't talk about a new season without talking about the major championships, the venues as well. Here are the dates that players have undoubtedly already circled on their calendars. It begins with Augusta and the Masters in April. The U.S. Open heads for Chambers Bay, which will be a beautiful new venue. The Open Championship returns to St. Andrews, and the PGA Championship back at Whistling Straits this year.
Over now to the 2015 President's Cup. Take a look at this. It's going to be a good one. October 6th through the 11th, held in South Korea this year. Jack Nicklaus Golf Club. U.S. captain, of course, Jay Haas, and the international captain, Nick Price. The United States, by the way, have won the last 5 events, so maybe the Ryder Cup loss will be wiped away after this year. All right, so there always seems to be one of those breakthrough players. Last year, it was obviously Jimmy Walker. He came so close so many times to winning and then roared through with 3 victories in one season. So who is going to be the guy that breaks through that maybe no one's expecting to in the 2014-2015?
I always look for the young players coming off the Web.com Tour. You were at the Web.com Tour Championship. You saw these young players, the future of the PGA Tour. There's a kid named Justin Thomas who was part of that team championship at the University of Alabama before he turned pro. He's only 21 years of age. 5 top 5 finishes during the regular season, and then a win in Columbus during the playoffs. I think he's a super talented, very promising young player.
All right, so you're going young guy. I'm going to go veteran guy. Ryan Palmer. He has played some tremendous golf recently, has put himself in contention multiple times last season, was not able to step through into the winner's circle, but he's a 3-time PGA Tour winner. I think he has a lot more potential in him than what we've seen previously. If he's able to keep that putter hot like we saw towards the end of last season, I think he is going to be that guy that breaks through multiple times.
Ryan Palmer would be a good fantasy selection this year. Rob Bolton knows that. He's PGATour.com's fantasy insider, in addition to coming on Talk of the Tour, my SiriusXM show every Wednesday during the regular season. Ka-ching. He's also here to help fantasy gamers with some tips of how to sort of set their roster. Rob, thanks for joining us. Why don't you get us going with some general information for fantasy gamers as they get it right cranked back up here for this wraparound season?
Yeah, first of all, I'm on board again with Ryan Palmer for 2014-15. He's nails. Like a professional hitter in baseball. Always comes through. You never have to worry about him. As far as general information, listen, you got to keep it simple. You don't want to get behind too early. Play golfers that you know. Don't invest in youth just yet, and just remain patient. I have you covered all week long. Power rankings on Monday, sleepers on Tuesday, expert picks also on Tuesday, and the Fantasy Insider on Wednesday. And then my regular features every Monday update. You have the rookie ranking, all 24 featured there. The Web.com Tour reshuffle. You have the medical extensions as well as qualifiers for all 4 World Golf Championships, the 4 majors, and the Players. Really handy stuff for fantasy gamers. You can find all of that at PGATour.com/fantasy.
Thank you, Mr. Bolton. All right, let's head on now to Jonathan Wall, the only guy that knows everything you need to know about all the new equipment that we're going to be seeing out there this season. Jonathan, what can we expect to see in the new wraparound season?
Yeah, you know, the beginning of the season as far as equipment concerned is incredibly busy. You're going to see a lot of players testing and tinkering with new equipment that's going to be coming out, and every manufacturer is going to have something new for players to test. We've even seen some guys put some new gear in the bag. Rory McIlroy is a name that comes to mind. He already put in Nike's new Vapor Pro driver and irons, and he's just going to be one of many that's going to be putting new clubs in the bag. As far as technology is concerned, there's lots of new stuff out there right now. Nike's bringing back the compression channel in their Vapor Series drivers that boost ball speeds. Callaway's going back and bringing back the gravity core from the Big Bertha Alpha for the new Big Bertha Alpha 815 series drivers. You've got Boron and Mizuno's new JPX 850 forged irons. There's just so much to talk about as far as new technology for equipment. The best thing to do is to keep it locked on the Equipment Report on PGATour.com for all the latest equipment news.
All right, prediction time. For the start of the wraparound season, we look ahead, deep into the season. FedEx Cup playoffs, many months down the road, but we already know who the high seeds are going to be, who's going to be in position to take the Tour Championship, maybe the FedEx Cup. Who's going to be?
It's never too early to pick the FedEx Cup champion, of course, and I know exactly who it's going to be. I say this with total confidence. Justin Rose. He is going to be our FedEx Cup champion. We saw it go Henrik Stenson, European Tour player, Billy Horschel, American. I think it's going to go back to Europe with Justin Rose, especially if he plays as well as he did the second half of the season last season.
And at the Ryder Cup. I don't think he missed a putt. I don't think Justin Rose missed a cut.
He did not.
Ricky Fowler also had a terrific Ryder Cup and a terrific season. As good a season as you could have without winning. That's going to change. Fowler's arrow is pointing straight up. It's all trending in the right direction for Ricky. Everything except the win last year. That's going to change this year. It's going to change in a big way. He's going to win multiple times. He's your 2015 FedEx Cup champion.
So are you going to say that Ricky-Rory rivalry is really going to heat up this year?
Absolutely.
Calling it now. All right, I like it. That's all we got for you. You can place your bets on the FedEx Cup champion early and often. See you next time.